Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is currently under development, the first new chapter of the Fatal Fury series in over 20 years. If there is one thing that the Fatal Fury franchise is known for, it is the meticulous storytelling that is synonymous with other SNK IPs as well. Being a sequel to 6 other canon Fatal Fury titles, City of the Wolves has the potential to tie in many loose ends from the previous games, and complete and finish tales. In this video, I will share with you 8 unfinished Fatal Fury stories that we want to see completed. The Jin Twins. The Jin Twins, Jin Chonshu and Jin Chonrei, were introduced as the big bads of Fatal Fury 3. They were 2 orphan children that were severely bullied since their very young age. Discovering that they are the descendants of very powerful ancient war generals with supernatural powers, the twins decided to hand down their ancestors' mystical scrolls of immortality, which are said to hold the souls of these powerful warriors. The 2 brothers were eventually defeated, and the scrolls were instead gathered by Geese Howard. Both Chonshu and Chonrei understood their misguided quest for power and turned to the good side. In endings of Fatal Fury Real Bout games, it was shown that both siblings were taken first under Kim Kapwan for tutelage before training under the legendary Tangfuru. With City of the Wolves taking place years after these endings, it will be great to see where the brothers are at now. Since they must have grown up, it will be also great for them to come back as adults with new designs as playable characters for the new game. Wolfgang Krauser's fate. Wolfgang Krauser made a huge impact on the franchise when he debuted as the final boss of the amazing Fatal Fury 2. He is Geese Howard's half-brother and heir to the prestigious Stroheim family line. He decided to take on Terry after Geese was defeated to test the fighter who defeated his hated half-brother. Krauser was not evil nor good. After losing to Terry at the end of Fatal Fury 2, it seemed that Krauser took his own life. But it was never confirmed if this was indeed the case. When both Krauser and Geese were added to the Real Bout Special Dominated Mind game, Geese had a halo over his head to confirm that he has died. But Krauser did not have one, which fueled speculations back in the day that Wolfgang Krauser is still alive. But if it is indeed the case, why was he never mentioned during the events of Garou Mark of the Wolves? With City of the Wolves looking to focus on the franchise's lore, it will be great to finally have a confirmation whether Wolfgang Krauser is indeed dead or alive. Hotaru and Gato's family reunion. The Garou Mark of the Wolves sequel introduced many brand new characters that came with some deep lore. Some of these characters were more interested than others, like Hotaru Futaba and Gato. The story goes that the 2 are siblings who lived happily with their family until their father, a strong martial artist by the name of Geki, mysteriously killed their own mother and disappeared. Gato, a young kid then, made it his life goal to track his father and kill him, leaving his sister behind. Hotaru would then spend years trying to track her brother. When the 2 reunited, Gato claimed that he is not her brother, but Hotaru was not convinced. Gato, on the other hand, was able to find his father Geki, who in an instant took Gato's eyes, turning him blind. With City of the Wolves being a direct sequel to Mark of the Wolves, I would like to see a resolution to this story, and a confirmation whether Hotaru and Gato are indeed siblings, as well as the reason why Geki killed his own wife and abandoned his children. If Gato is in the game, which he seems to be from the latest teaser, I would also like to know if his Mark of the Wolves ending is canon, and that now he is a blind fighter. Rock Howard's mother's fate. When Terry and Rock met, and Terry later adopted Rock, after his father, Geese, died, Rock was an orphan who lost his mother due to illness. After the events of Mark of the Wolves, when Rock fought Kane, it turned out that Kane is actually Rock's uncle and his mother's brother. He then revealed that his sister, Rock's mom, was still alive, and asked him to join him on a quest to reveal the full truth about his mother's whereabouts. The game ended with Rock leaving with Kane. Seeing that both Rock and Kane are in the new Fatal Fury, It is time we know what Cain really meant. Is Rock's mom really alive? If so, why did she fake her own death? And where is she right now? Or is Cain manipulating Rock to achieve a mysterious goal? If so, what is this goal? Hopefully, we'll have the answers to these questions. Mai and Andys Relationship. Ever since the Fatal Fury 2 anime by SNK and Masami Obari, Mai Shiranui has been known to have feelings for Andy Bogart, and was always upfront about it, contrary to Andy, who, while he cares about Mai, was always avoiding to face Mai and talk to her about his feelings. This fun subplot, which was first introduced in the anime and then was made canon in subsequent games, took too long to resolve. Mai and Andy's relationship was never truly explained, whether it is in Fatal Fury or even the King of Fighters franchise. In Mark of the Wolves, it was revealed that both Andy and Mai were training the young Hokotomaru, but yet again, the nature of their relationship as a couple was never revealed. With City of the Wolves being a sequel to Mark of the Wolves, and both Andy and Mai are in the game, and even hints that Hokotomaru is making a comeback, it would be great to finally address this giant elephant in the room and confirm their relationship status. It would be great to actually see the two as now married couple, maybe even with children. What do you think? The Scrolls of Immortality. The Immortality Scrolls were the major plot point of Fatal Fury 3. These mystical scrolls belong to the Jin twins' ancestors. There are 3 scrolls that, when gathered together, will give their holder immortality and unimaginable power. Fatal Fury 3 featured many of the game's characters seeking these scrolls for different reasons. In the end, it turned out that Geese was the one who collected them, but somehow, and out of nowhere, he claimed that their power was a myth and ordered Billy Khan to dispose of them. But was this really the truth? What if Geese was lying or was wrong? In other endings, it seemed that Geese did actually use the scrolls. So does that mean that he is immortal? What kind of power do the scrolls really have? Or are they just a myth? Rio Sakazaki. While this might seem like an odd one, but for those who don't know, both Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting characters exist in the same universe. Rio, the protagonist of the Art of Fighting games, was a secret character in Fatal Fury Special. Canonically, Rio did fight and defeat Geese prior to the events of the first Fatal Fury. One of the new Mark of the Wolf characters was Marco Rodriguez, who happened to be a student to Rio Sakazaki. From the City of the Wolves teaser, it seems that Marco is coming back to the new sequel. But what about Rio? While I don't expect Rio to be playable in the game, I would like to know where he stands story-wise. Is he still managing a dojo? Is he still using the Mr. Karate 2 title and identity as he did in the Fatal Fury Wild Ambition, which was a retelling of the first Fatal Fury game? It will be great to get a glimpse at what the Art of Fighting crowd, mainly Rio, Robert and Yuri, are up to in the latest chapter of Fatal Fury. The Old Masters. The Fatal Fury franchise has some of the coolest fighting game characters, ranging from cool, free-spirited macho fighters to sexy female ninjas. But within this large set of personalities, there are 2 characters that could be seen as some of the strongest in the series: the Old Masters Tangfuru and Jubei Yamada. Tangfuru is a legendary Hakyuku Seiken master who trained Jeff Bogart, Terry and Andy's father, as well as Cheng Sinzan and even Geese Howard, before training Terry himself. This frail-looking yet very strong master also took on other students like the Jin brothers, and in the case of the King of Fighters continuity, both Shunei and Meiten-kun. Jubei Yamada, on the other hand, was a friend to Hanzo Shiranui, Mai's grandfather, and has trained both Mai and Andy on few occasions. Nicknamed the Demon for his ruthless strength, both Tangfuru and Jubei were not seen or mentioned since the Real Bout series, with Jubei not even been playable since the Fatal Fury special game. With City of the Wolves taking place years after the old games, it would be nice to know the whereabouts and well-being of these 2 legendary masters. Seeing as they were both in the previous games, it would be nice to know if they are still around in this new era, and if so, what are they up to? What do you guys think about these unresolved plots? Is it something that you want to see addressed in the new City of the Wolves games? What other stories and even characters and plots you want to see addressed in the new game? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and big shout out to the channel's patrons for helping the channel produce this content. You can become a patron, help the channel, and get some exclusive access. Link is in the description below.